Welcome to the Debate Lounge. It was a very busy weekend in the NFL, so without further ado, we got a lot to talk about. Let's jump into it. Let's go in order from each game. Let's talk about Bengals-Titans. Who wants to go first? One of the many walk-offs.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that was the one game I got right out
Yep.
of my 4 games.
He was 6-0 in the wild card round.
I was previously 6-0.
They went 1-3.
And then I went 1-3.
Sold the bag.
So I sold the bag. Sorry, boys, but I do want to say I am proud of Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow played. Well, we really didn't play that great, but he got the job done. Their defense really carried them that game. Ryan Tannehill sold, and I was proud of my Bengals.
Sir.
Well, I have to say for the Titans, to get 9 sacks and lose a game it's an atrocity, and it speaks to how utterly bad Ryan Tannehill is in the playoffs. I mean, back to the Dolphins days, he has been the worst in the playoffs.
Yeah.
3 interceptions. That should never happen in a playoff game. Is that agreed? As a starting quarterback in the NFL, it should never happen.
Never.
Yeah,
especially for a 1 seed. If you're the 1 seed, you should never.
Yeah.
I don't know how they got the 1
And
seed.
they
It's
still
remarkable.
had the upper hand in the fourth quarter. And
No,
the
they
final
should've won.
drive, and they should have won even after throwing
3 picks. Unexcusable.
Yeah.
2. I mean, he up to how many? There was about 30 seconds left.
And then he just throws.
They had the ball.
He just sold.
He throws a pick in Titans territory
Yeah, that was
to
bad.
sell the game. I mean, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, the only offensive players that showed up were Julio Jones and A.J. Brown. Julio actually had a pretty decent day.
And that was his only decent game of the
Yeah,
year.
Derrick
Yeah.
Henry
Yeah,
did.
A.J. Brown had a
yeah.
good game.
He
5
did.
A.J. Brown,
receptions, 142
yeah.
yards and a touchdown.
Derrick Henry
Good game.
didn't look like himself.
No,
he
he
did.
was not.
He did.
He was not
sure.
healthy.
Mm-mm.
Their offensive line didn't really show up.
You could tell when he got contacted, he got no yards after contact.
Oh, yeah.
When
he
usually he has 6.
He wasn't up to full strength. I think that was a
Yeah,
big part.
and this game just proved what I've been saying for months. Ryan Tannehill can't carry a team by himself.
I mean, I know Ryan Tannehill, he played horrible, but we also have to give him a little bit of slack because Derrick Henry, the best running back in the NFL, was not up to full strength. And
Yeah.
when he is, we have to admit, though, when Ryan Tannehill has Derrick Henry, he's proven to be a decent, efficient quarterback.
Yeah, you're
Well,
any
also,
system quarterback.
When you throw a pick on a check down, it doesn't really help.
Yeah, of course.
And whenever you throw into quadruple coverage with 30 seconds
it's
left, like an
inexcusable.
idiot,
Yeah.
it's
just simple. That's just
what-
simple time management.
But that's
and
what
game
happens
situational
whenever
awareness.
you force Ryan Tannehill to throw the ball.
Yeah.
no.
That's been yes.
Okay, so I actually think Ryan Tannehill on the last. I think that's what happens when you force him to throw the ball.
Yes, he can't throw.
So if you look, no, that's not true because if you look on that on their last drive when he threw that pick, it was a good throw. It's his decision making. It's not that he can't throw. It's just he's
Yeah, it's an
just
accurate play.
stupid.
It's like
who throws into quadruple coverage with 30 seconds left? No one except
it's like
Ryan Tannehill.
it's the cerebral part of football. It's like people want to talk about the most talented quarterbacks. Okay, the most talented quarterback's probably a guy we've never heard of, the guy with the strongest arm and the most athletic. But at the end of the day, if you don't have the cerebral part of the game, you're not going to be a good quarterback.
I think he just was under so much pressure at that point that he just kind of had a meltdown,
Yeah.
and that was just kind
And
of.
he shouldn't have because he was the number 1 seed and his defense got 9 sacks.
Yep.
Shouldn't have won that game.
I mean, their defense only allowed 16 points up to that.
On
that point in the
Yeah,
on the
game.
flip side of things, though, I think your boys established himself as a top 6 quarterback.
Joey B.
That's what
Top
we like
6.
to see. Top 6.
Top 6.
He did not. I
Let's
mean,
get
that
a
was.
list.
I mean, yeah, that was one of his
I
off
mean,
games. He didn't have a
but he still threw
touchdown,
for
but-
350.
Let's
Yeah,
get a
exactly.
list of quarterbacks just to verify this. Okay, so we got Patrick Mahomes,
Aaron,
we got Aaron Rodgers,
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. Who else?
Josh
we got?
Allen.
Josh Allen.
I'd say Herbert then Burrow.
Herbert, Burrow.
and Burrow.
I say
Jay,
Burrow. at 6.
okay, I like that. Yeah, Jay
Yeah.
knows his stuff now.
I'm telling you, man.
All right, let's talk about the Saturday night game.
To Jamar.
What in the world is going to happen with Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs? This is a mess.
I mean,
Yikes.
He doesn't have the, as I call it, gamer gene in him. He doesn't like to take the deep shots
No.
in critical moments. He doesn't-
No, that's not the problem.
That's it is.
They don't have a special teams.
That is okay, Eli.
They
Okay,
don't have
Eli.
a special
I've heard
teams.
this forever. You cannot say that that's lost. When the offense scores 10 points, you can't blame a thing on the special teams.
Whenever your special teams attributes to 10 points, that's what loses you games. 'Cause
Whenever
they blocked the punt
Okay,
for
they would
seven.
have had 13 points if they made
They
it.
had blocked the field
They would have
goal.
had 13 points.
Whenever you're
Okay.
That's on the offense.
Let's think about this. So they scored a touchdown, and they had 13 points just off of pure offense.
Yes.
But it also, if we take away the touchdown that San Francisco had, and we add on the 3 points that the field goal should have been made, like, you get the point. It would have been 16-3, and the Packers still would have won the game.
Okay, we can play what if, but at the end of the day, the offense put up 10 points, and they would have put up 13 at most.
Okay.
But still, I mean,
That's on the offense at the end of the day.
the last thing I'm going to say, I know Taylor wants to say something, but San Francisco also runs the ball the whole game. They chew that clock till there's nothing left. So no team's really going to be able to score a high amount whenever they're just putting everyone back on defense and then just running the ball the whole time.
They
that's
were
gonna waste
very
a lot.
they were very
true.
effective their first time against San Francisco. They put up 30 points.
Okay, the
I
thing
guess
is,
that's fair.
to put it in your words, when the offense attributes for 10 points, you can't win a game. The special teams, it shouldn't matter. Teams in the NFL get scored 10 points on their special teams all the time. It happens once a week in the NFL. And most of the time, I'd say, they are not, I don't know about most, but good teams, even when their special teams has an off night, will win if their offense can make up for it. Green Bay, whenever you put up 10 points and Aaron Rodgers doesn't throw for a touchdown, their running game couldn't get anywhere, like whenever that happens, that was the reason they lost. There was nothing to do with it.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't want to say nothing to do, but it wasn't. You can't blame a loss on the special teams at all, ever. You can never blame a loss on the special teams.
Yes, if the special teams doesn't have the block punt, doesn't have the block field goal, they probably won that game.
Yeah. So then
But at the end of the day,
theoretically,
Aaron Rodgers only put up 10 points in the playoffs.
theoretically they should have put up more than 10 points. It boils down to that.
okay, but let's say we take away one of those plays.
Eli, I don't want to play the what if game, but at the end of the day, Aaron Rodgers has to play better.
Yeah, I know.
Aaron Rodgers can't for being the 1 seed in the NFC and being acclaimed as the best, as the Super Bowl favorites, as the Vegas odds favorite, like to win the Super Bowl ever since mid-season. You can't go into the playoffs in the divisional round against the 6th seed and put up 10 points. I don't care who you're playing. If you're supposed to be that good, you should never. And Aaron Rodgers is a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Yeah.
Why? Can you explain to me why he puts up 10 points in this game?
To be fair, I think we're not giving enough credit to the 49ers defense.
Sure, they played great.
Yes, they did.
But if if you're a great quarterback, look at we'll talk about this later, but look at the Bills and Chiefs game. Both of those defense, I can't say they played bad. I really can't.
can't
Both
either.
those defenses were good to great
The quarterbacks
defenses.
were just spectacular.
But if you're a great quarterback, what's going to happen? It's not going to matter about the defense. You will score. You will find ways to score. And Aaron Rodgers just couldn't do anything. He couldn't do anything at all. Other than Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones, the rest of the team accounted for six yards receiving.
Yeah, I want to talk about Aaron Rodgers for a split second here before we move on. This is as good of a chance he's ever going to get. This is. I mean, he has a championship defense for the first time since 2010, and the defense did ball out on Saturday. Rodgers didn't. He's the top receiver in the league. One of the best O-lines, one of the best defenses.
Yeah.
I don't know. Aaron Rodgers may be thinking he needs to move teams, but with a terrible division in this roster, this is as good as he's going to get it.
To be fair, though, I don't know if you've seen, but a lot of these players that are on his team are having like expired contracts.
Yeah, and they're over the
Yeah,
cap.
dude,
But Green Bay is a well-run organization. They'll figure it out.
I don't know.
They'll figure it out.
I mean,
I don't know.
like going back to my point is that whenever you have two players, Aaron Jones and Devontae Adams, who accounted for 219 of their 225 receiving yards, you know how easy that is for a defense to pick apart? All they have to do is put basically two people in Devontae Adams and make sure that Aaron Jones is covered in the backfield. And so that's what happened down the stretch. Alan Lazard, the only other person to get yards. 1 catch, 6 yards. Aaron Jones and Devontae Adams, 21 targets. The rest of the team, 6.
And part of that might be to do the fact that he's just a selfish guy and he doesn't trust his teammates.
Yeah.
Aaron.
Yeah, I was about to say,
I
he doesn't
don't
have
know.
any confidence.
When it boils down to it, Aaron Rodgers, like he said, this is him being selfish and him not trusting anyone else on this team to make plays.
I mean, I get what you're saying. I don't think it's... yes, it's him not trusting them, but it's not being selfish. Because if we're being honest, besides Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones, those wide receivers haven't been consistent. And
Yeah,
that's
they have
just-
been. The whole
No.
year they have been. How
Allen,
haven't they been consistent? throughout
Allen
the year?
Lazard may catch one 50-yard touchdown pass every 3 games, but that's about it. Marquez Valdez-Scantling may catch 3 passes.
Well,
a
they've
game,
been hurt
but
all
there's-
year.
Yeah, I know, but
They're good receivers. They
But
would be
they're really
second
not
receivers
that
on
good.
any other team, just about.
they're really not. They're not as quality.
Well,
By
it doesn't
far.
matter. Tom Brady won a Super Bowl with
Scotty Miller.
With no. With Chris Hogan as his top receiver. It doesn't matter.
I'd
the
rather
talent.
have
If
Chris
you-
Hogan over Allen Lazard.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
that's his best
he
receiver
had
though.
Devontae Adams.
That's his best. His best. If you're a great quarterback, it doesn't matter who's catching the ball.
Was Gronk on
True.
that team?
No,
He wasn't.
he was out.
Okay.
If you're a great quarterback, it doesn't matter who's catching the ball.
All right. Let's talk about Brady while we're on the topic. Let's talk about that Rams-Bucks game on Sunday.
Ooh.
I'm going to be honest. I nailed this game. I said that the Rams had the better team. They have the only position that they aren't better than Tampa. That is the quarterback. And that really showed. Tampa Bay got dominated for 3 quarters and 11 minutes. And then the final 4 minutes, they gave the Rams a scare. And then Cooper Kupp did his thing. And I said that the X factor was going to be Matthew Stafford because he won his first playoff game against the Cardinals the week before, but he only threw 17 passes. So I knew it was all going to boil down to how Matthew Stafford played. He played perfect.
Yeah.
366 yards, 2 tutties.
I'm looking at 28 for 38.
Yeah.
That's pretty efficient, especially for a playoff game.
They don't win this game with Jared Goff. That's why they got Stafford.
Yeah, no, they don't. And I do have to say, I was that close. I was that close to being right with that. If you take the
Cooper
Buccaneers
Kupp, trash.
secondary just absolutely throwing the game.
I'm so mad.
I mean,
No, I'm not calling Cooper Kupp trash. I'm saying I'm still mad. Like I said, I'm 1-3 in predictions. I'm still mad about Cooper Kupp this week. He kind of screwed this prediction over.
Yeah.
look, I argued
Did you
last
see
week
the-
that you can't bet against Brady, and it was that close to coming true. They were
Yeah.
down 27-3. I mean, it was close, but I do have to say, Cooper Kupp,
Unbelievable.
he just
Yeah, I'm looking.
unbelievable.
9
Yeah, like you
receptions,
said.
183 yards, 1 touchdown. That's insane. It's crazy to think that even one wide receiver could beat those numbers this week. And you know who it is.
We'll get to that in a minute.
We'll get to that in a little bit, yeah.
We will.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like I said, you can't bet against the GOAT, and it was looking like that was going to happen. Same thing, classic Brady comeback story, but I mean, gave Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp too much time, and
Got to give him credit.
and the Bucks second. The real thing though, I think that we can take away from this game, the Bucks injuries showed, and their really mediocre secondary showed, and I think that we can agree that is what really showed
Yeah.
from the Bucks is that their banged up, mediocre, middle of the pack secondary. It got toasted this game throughout the whole game, not just towards the
Oh, it
end.
did.
Yeah.
It did.
I said going into the week, who's guarding Cooper Kupp?
I mean, that's true, and their D line held up great. Their D line held up great, but whenever the Bucks are missing their 2 starting tackles, one of them a Pro Bowler,
Yeah,
and they're missing
screwed.
Chris Godwin.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
hard.
He's a
It's
talent,
Yeah,
hard.
and we're even. I know we're talking about that, but also like the impact of Antonio Brown even, and we know
No, he had no
Antonio-
wide receiver too.
Yeah.
Antonio Brown. Has
And I said
been-
this. I said Jalen Ramsey's going to shadow Mike Evans, and then it's Brady in the
I
practice
mean,
squad.
Mike Evans did have a good game.
He did have
though.
a good game.
He
Yeah.
actually kind of flamed Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah.
not
a
gonna
couple
lie.
times.
He
Yeah.
on the what
on that
50 yard
touchdown. Yeah,
50, 60 yard
he
touchdown.
toasted Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, there's not much to be said. Matthew Stafford had a great game. I think I really do think that that was a statement game for Matty
Yeah.
Ice.
Hey, we
The
know
real
he'll be
Matty
back
Ice.
next year though. Buccaneers. If Tom Brady doesn't.
Tom Brady is
retire.
coming back. I don't know who
I
needs to
don't
hear
know.
that, but he's coming back.
I don't think.
Yeah,
All right.
I think he's got.
Let's talk about
one
this.
last hurrah.
He's gonna come back.
Let's talk about the future GOAT, Patrick Mahomes, outdueling Josh Allen in the craziest game of the freaking millennial last night.
Dang.
33 for 44 with
This game was insane.
basically 400 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean both quarterbacks played about as good as you can. I've made pretty much all my takes on the TikTok page already. Go follow if you're not. And there's some controversy with the overtime rules. I don't want to talk about that right now, but just go check out the TikTok. I have some pretty good things to say about that. But yeah, at the end of the day, this is just two quarterbacks that have potential to be greatest quarterbacks of all time.
Mhm.
Maybe
Yeah.
the greatest quarterback rivalry of all time, Mahomes and Allen. And we just saw Mahomes got it done in 13 seconds and then won a
Look,
coin toss.
I'm not gonna lie. The Dolphins, they are my favorite team. There's no question about that. My second favorite team by far is Buffalo.
That's all.
And it has been for a long time. It has been. It's
I'm
been
saying
like
it's
that. And
awkward.
it's awkward and it's weird. It doesn't sound right, but it's how it is. No, I've always been. I've gone to Bills games before since I was little, but
Yeah.
so
All I gotta say is Sean McDermott can't blame this loss on the weather.
Yeah, you're right.
no,
No.
this
On the coin toss.
Yeah,
it was a heartbreaker because to be up with 13 seconds left and lose a game, it is.
It's like Allen does not deserve to lose.
No.
that game.
My question was, whenever there was 13 seconds, the first pass to Tyreek Hill was fine. But the second one to Travis Kelce, they dropped all the safeties back.
They were playing prevent defense.
Yeah, they were.
They had like one linebacker on Kelce.
It was Travis Kelce.
It's called
was just,
prevent defense.
Travis Kelce was an option route. He was
I
reading the
don't know.
linebacker, and since he went inside, he just cut it up the seam.
I heard he called an audible, actually, to Patrick
he
Mahomes.
did. Well, it was an option route.
Well, yeah. I mean, the thing is, they dropped into prevent defense, and there's been heavy debate
These
on whether they should.
That was
quarterbacks
so
and receivers
stupid. I don't
communications are just top level.
I mean, and you got to give Patrick Mahomes credit. That was incredible. But the thing is, it was too easy. The Bills made it too easy.
Yes.
I'm someone that doesn't believe in prevent defense unless you're up by 2 scores.
Yes.
Prevent defense it ruins a defense
You just
because
leave the middle of the field wide.
Yeah.
open.
no, you leave all the field wide open
Especially-
except
No,
for
he'll
the
protect-
deep
Especially when you
routes.
have someone like Tyreek Hill, who runs like a
Four-
40-yard dash. It can juke.
I mean,
around all that
it
defense.
was Leslie Frazier. I have no clue what he was thinking. Why would you? Okay, I understand the first play dropping into prevent. Second play, they should have been running. They should have been running cover 2 or just something that's not
you
prevent.
should just have
They
2
should've-
guys in the middle of the field.
Yes, or man up on both Kelce and Tyreek.
Because then you're leaving 20 yards of space for them to just get 25 yards
Dust.
in 4
Yeah,
seconds and
they
call
should-
time.
Exactly, and you got. I mean, obviously, Mahomes, great job. That was like to do that in 13 seconds is honestly a
I
miracle.
have one thing that I'm really proud about of Patrick Mahomes, and I'll let you finish. I'm glad that they didn't run a QB draw with like 13 seconds left.
Well, yeah, because they had timeouts.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You don't
Maybe
understand.
next year.
He's a Falcons fan. He's just salty,
Dude, like,
and he's a Bama
if you're
fan.
gonna like this, it's just situational football.
That's
dude.
okay.
He's
That's
a Falcons and Bama fan. Just let him.
Next
Let him.
year.
be.
What I
He's
do want to
depressed.
talk about this
Next year,
though.
Sean.
Stephon Diggs' revenge game.
Oh,
He
yeah.
went off. He went
3
off.
catches for
3
7
catches
yards.
for 7
7
yards and
yards.
a 2-point conversion. Now, is he really better than Tyreek Hill?
No.
And even
I
go
don't-
out there, if you think he's better than Tyreek Hill, I want you to sit right there and have a discussion with me.
Yes, we'll fly you down to talk about why
We'll drive
Stephon
you, we'll
Diggs
fly
is
you,
better
put you
than
on a
Tyreek.
train, we'll give you a ticket, I don't care. This man is not better than Tyreek Hill.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
with Gabe Davis.
Gabe waiver wire pickup of the year right there.
fantasy
Gabe
football god.
He
Gabe
just
Davis.
rose from
He
like
just-
120th overall projected
like-
to like 70th.
Yeah, like 70th,
Yeah.
60th. That game, I think he just established himself as
Yeah.
WR2 for the Bills
All right,
next
well,
year.
at the end of the day, Tyreek Hill is going to be the one playing in the championship game, and Diggs will not. So let's talk about that game. We'll go in order. I'll go first in my predictions. I think the Chiefs win against the Bengals 34-22. I love the Bengals. I love what they've done this year. Nobody expected them to go this far. But at the end of the day, I think they're a year away. And we saw against Tennessee, they're a few offensive linemen away. They're a few defensive pieces away. It's the Chiefs at home. They've never lost at home in the playoffs. Patrick Mahomes hasn't, except for Tom Brady in an overtime game. The Chiefs are going to win this game, I think, by 12 points, 2 scores. Taylor?
Well, I've got this. I think this game's going to be tighter than everyone thinks. I think everyone thinks that Joey B is going to go in there and get shell-shocked and Patrick Mahomes is just going to bend him over. But I don't think that. I think Joey B's going to. His whole career,
He's
ever
been in
since.
the moment. He's been in the moment before.
I mean, ever since his Ohio State days, everyone has doubted him.
Yeah.
Yes.
And every time anyone doubts Joe
Proves them
Burrow,
wrong.
he
Proves them
mostly proves them wrong. But I don't.
Smokes that. that pack.
That's cigar.
I don't think that's going to happen this. I don't think he's going to prove them wrong completely, but I think he's going to prove everyone that thinks it's going to be a blowout wrong. I got the Chiefs. They're going to win this game, but I think it'll be a lot closer than everyone thinks. I've got 34-31, Chiefs winning, and I think it's going to come down to the fourth quarter, and Mahomes just got more experience, honestly, and in those big time situations. And I think Joey B, you give him 2 years, and it'll be a battle between him. It'll be him the Grizzly,
Jay Herbo.
yeah, him, Justin the Grizzly Bear, and Patrick Mahomes, and that'll be that. I think that's in a couple years, it's going to be incredible. The AFC, just unbelievable.
Yeah.
And it was this year too, but I don't see anyone beating Mahomes currently, honestly.
All right, Jay.
All right, so I went off on a little bit of a different route here. I actually did stat predictions, but I have the Chiefs winning over the Bengals. Okay, 31-21. We saw Tyreek Hill go out. First play, second play of the game, or first defense possession they had when he got kicked in the neck by his own player. Tyrann Mathieu. My bad. Anyways, so if Honey Badger's back, then that means that I think they'll be fine on defense, because honestly, some of those passes that Josh Allen threw, I feel like Tyrann Mathieu would have been there. But anyways, I say Mahomes passes for 400. Okay.
Oh, bold prediction.
Against a somewhat sturdy Bengals defense. Jamar Chase has 2 touchdowns backed by Joe Burrow, who throws for 300 yards. So,
Dang.
31-21 Chiefs. That's my prediction.
Okay.
My bad. Tyreek Hill does not play defense.
Okay. So first of all,
I mean, punt return.
Yeah.
okay. So first of all, I gotta give credit. Love Joey B. He's proved everyone wrong this season. He's been great. Jamar Chase, Rookie of the Year. Bengals are a great team. Much improved defense. I really like this team.
But
But
knew it.
like Strong said, they're not missing a few offensive linemen. They're missing all 5. So, until they get all 5 of those draft picks, they are screwed. And so, now that they have no offensive line, we got to think about how their offense can score. So, when I think about this game, and I go back to the Kansas City Bills game, I think about how did the Bills score this many points? They scored this many points, and I know this is going to sound maybe a little bit of a reach, but Tyrann Mathieu was a key factor in this game.
I agree.
And it's absolutely correct, because Tyrann Mathieu is the leader and the captain of that defense. He is the one good secondary player that they have. Obviously they have a couple good ones.
Swanson.
But he's
the leader of that defense.
Daniel Swanson.
He's the leader of that defense, Tyrann
Yes,
Mathieu.
Tyrann Mathieu is the leader of that defense. And Buffalo absolutely cooked their secondary when Tyrann was out. But now that Tyrann's going to be back next week, and the Bengals don't have an offensive line, I don't think that they're going to score. Of course, they have great wide receivers, a great quarterback, a great running back. But without an O-line, Tyrann Mathieu is going to be back. I think that this defense is going to stay sturdy. And I honestly have a more of a low-scoring game. I have the Kansas City Chiefs winning 24-14 against the Bengals.
You also can't forget about my boy, Algerius Sneed.
Wait, so just real quick, how do you say Bengals?
Bengals?
What
Is this like
Bengals.
some
Say
survey?
How you say it?
Bengals.
Bengals.
You say the Bengals?
It's
Yes.
Bengals.
It's Bengals. Whatever.
Where do you get bang out of
It's not-
B-E-N-G?
it's not-
Do you,
it's not
do you hear
Bengals.
anyone say the Bengals?
Yes.
Like anyone like
This is
like
worthless.
you hear
What?
Stephen
Who
A. being
says
like
the-
the Bengals.
Who says the Bengals when it's B-E-N-G-A-L-S?
All right.
You know what I
Okay.
say? With 14 seconds left, QB draw.
You know what I say? Keely Ringo pick 6.
You know what
You
I
know, I
say?
say John Mechie crane kick.
I say 33-18.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Move on. Let's go.
Let's talk about the Niners-Rams. All right. This is going to be a very, very low-scoring, high-tension game. They're divisional rivals. Whenever we see division rivals play each other in the playoffs, it tends to be low-scoring. I think the Niners eke out a win 20-19. Why? Two things. First of all, they've won 6 straight against the Rams. There's one of these weird things in sports that you can't explain. It's just some teams have other teams' number. Like, Georgia couldn't beat Bama for 14 straight years, even though they had the better team sometimes.
Okay.
It's just something you can't explain. Like, the Seahawks swept the Niners this year. They're not better.
Well,
The Niners have the Rams' number.
to your
Okay?
own, to your own
Let me
point.
finish.
Hold up.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
And I want to talk about the fans for a second, because the Niners fans travel, like, really freaking well. It was loud in Dallas on third downs, and that's across the country. It was loud in Green Bay on third downs.
Yeah, well, it's Green Bay.
In Los Angeles, where Frank Gore and Joe Staley are paying for 49ers tickets, and it's a 45-minute plane ride to Los Angeles down the coast of California, this might be like 80% Niners fans. It's going to be loud.
Well,
I think the Niners, they're going to have home field advantage, and they're going to win this game. And they have the Rams' number.
okay. So, you know what, Strong? I know who they picked, and I disagree with them. So do you. We picked the
Yeah.
49ers. I got the 49ers winning this game 21-17 for the exact reasons that you said. But the main thing for me is that I truly believe that I believe in the
Do you believe in Jimmy Garoppolo?
I believe in the Jimmy G Mickey Mouse magic.
Yes.
Hold up. I believe in
Kinda went
the
off last
I
game.
believe in the Jimmy G Mickey Mouse magic
Listen.
train, okay? Jimmy G is being carried by every single person in that organization, and it is just it is almost kind of like the Make-A-Wish kid. They are
Bro.
gifting him to the Super Bowl. And that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. I'm sorry, it is. It's just what's going to happen.
Listen, and like y'all want to laugh about Jimmy G, but he's been to a Super Bowl. Matthew Stafford's won 2 playoff games.
Okay.
Jimmy G,
Well,
it's
he's
the
also
Mickey
with-
Mouse
He
clubhouse.
also only had Megatron on his team.
And they're gonna walk out with that boom box, and
Yeah, I was about to
everyone's
say,
fired up and ready to go.
The only chance they win is if they run or walk out the Super Grim.
Oh, they will. Debo
Okay,
Samuel and Trent
definitely.
Williams and the speaker guy. It's a tradition.
Yeah.
Okay, well, anyways. Okay, so my prediction is the flip of Taylor's. I have Rams winning over the Niners 21-17. Okay. My prediction, Jimmy good-looking Garoppolo only throws for
So
200
sexy.
Mickey Mouse story.
with 2 interceptions and 1 touchdown. And that touchdown will be to Jawan Jennings. Okay.
Hey, I like it. I like it.
Cooper Kupp has 150 yards with 1 touchdown.
No.
Matthew Stafford has 2 touchdowns, and the other one goes to Tyler Higbee, and he throws for 290 yards. Right. So, like I said, if the Niners do not walk out to Super Gremlin, they are losing this game. But I have a feeling that they will. But listen, I don't think Jimmy G can get this game done. Just knowing his last game, dude, like what 130 yards and a pick. Or something like
Jay,
that.
the 49ers organization is the Mickey Mouse clubhouse. And
Yeah,
he's
okay.
Mickey Mouse.
Okay, but
So listen to this.
Jimmy G,
Talking
Jimmy
about-
G is not LeBron.
Okay, Jay.
No,
I'm
he's not.
I'm gonna counter your point here. Jimmy Garoppolo played like a middle schooler, and they won.
Exactly.
Because of Tebow Samuel.
So imagine Jimmy Garoppolo playing like an average quarterback. They beat the Packers by 2 scores,
And I just don't think that.
and they own the
Magic.
Rams.
I don't think that.
Magic.
I don't think that Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, and Von Miller.
Okay,
will-
Debo Samuel is
turn.
Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald's father.
Can I go before we have this big discussion?
Okay, 21-17 Rams. You heard
Okay.
it here.
First of all, let's get right into it. I would really love to talk about how Jimmy Garoppolo went off last game.
Who won the game?
Would
I'm
you
just
like to hear
asking.
his stats?
Who won the game?
Let me find him. Listen, 11 for 19, 131 yards, 1 interception,
Like I said.
with a QB rating of 57. He went off, guys. Okay. Now that
Doesn't
we got
matter.
that out of the way,
Mickey Mouse magic.
whose turn
LeBron.
is it?
He's no LeBron, bro.
No, I'm not
turn
saying
is it?
he's Mickey Mouse, but it's
LeBron
magic.
is Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, okay.
He doesn't. Jimmy G will not have
Okay,
tools on
Eli.
his side to come to.
Let me
Dude.
go.
You're gonna pull up Matthew
That's
Stafford's
Debo
stats.
Samuel.
All right.
No, I don't need to pull up Matthew Stafford's stats because there's also a big difference between Green Bay and the Rams.
Yeah, Green Bay beat the Rams by 2
No.
scores. You're
No.
right. The Green Bay's better. You're right.
The Rams have a special teams.
Oh my god.
Yes.
You think that's gonna be
Matt
the
Gay
difference?
is gonna win. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Now let me finish.
Matt Gay will win. Matt
San
Gay will
Francisco
Johnny Hecker.
is going to get absolutely cooked this game.
What are you talking about?
San Francisco is going to lose 6-27. Don't want to hear it. And this is why. Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald, Von Miller are going to clamp that run, and then Jimmy Garoppolo is going to have his middle school
I'm
game.
sorry.
Eli,
I'm sorry.
that matchup happened 2 weeks
Let
ago,
me finish.
Oh,
and they ran the
no.
ball all over
Oh,
them.
yeah.
Let me
this-
finish.
man.
And so
That's just like your Georgia-Michigan take, man.
as
Golly, man.
Stop. Let's give
I have a
him
good
some,
feeling about this, Taylor.
guys. Let's give
I
him
do
some.
too, man.
Let's
Yeah.
give him some credit, okay? He probably is one of the best middle school quarterbacks in the country. Okay, that is a fact. But look,
Oh my gosh.
I know their team is riding high. I know it is. But this middle school quarterback isn't going to beat one of the best, if not the best, defense in the league. Aaron Donald.
Well, I mean, they've done it
Von
6 straight
Miller,
times, so
Aaron Donald and Von Miller.
you can name all the
are
players
going
you
to-
want. They beat them twice this
Odell
year.
Beckham, Matt
You know
Gay.
what they say? Third time's a charm.
Aaron
You
Donald
mean 7th
and Von
time?
Miller are,
Third time and seventh time is a charm.
let me finish, are going to. They're going to shut down this run.
I've heard this story
Like
before.
I said, shut
You
it
know what?
down. And
Where
when
is
it gets
it?
shut down, they have to throw.
Yep.
And they cannot throw.
You want me
And
to
they will
back
be
you up on this?
You know, this
49ers
sounds like-
Listen, the 49ers are so bad that they have to put Deebo Samuel at running back.
He is Toodles. This is my point.
All right,
He's Toodles.
Eli,
not
you
Toodles.
know what this sounds like? That stream that you were like, Michigan's going to shut down Georgia's run with Aiden Hutchinson and David Ojabo, and they're going to force Stetson to throw it, and he's not going to be able to do it.
And Georgia's going to come out
But
pouty.
this is the difference. Is that Von Miller and Aaron Donald, we actually know how good they are.
What?
So Aiden
How's that a
Hutchinson
difference?
wasn't second in how I don't want to get in this whole debate
Obviously,
right
the
now.
That's
Big
whatever.
Ten wasn't as good as the
I don't want to
SEC.
get into this whole debate right
Okay.
now, but geez.
Yeah, I'm just
Me and
saying.
Taylor got Niners, them two got Rams, we all got the Chiefs. It's going to be a wild weekend. We just had a wild weekend.
Eli, that take is
Also,
that's terrible.
OBJ doesn't
Well,
catch a pass.
You have faith in your Make-A-Wish kid.
Not really, but
I'll have logic.
I do have faith in Toodles and most importantly Mickey Mouse.
Go ahead.
they're no
Toodles
more-
is Debo.
no.
All right, guys, good
Makes the
discussion.
wishes come true.
Like, comment, subscribe, share, do all the
See you,
above.
boys.
Do all
Peace.
that, but go Rams.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the take I've ever heard in my life. That was the
What?
second
Dude,
game.
I
The Michigan
literally-
one was
I-
the
you
other
really
one.
That
said-
wasn't that bad of a take.
You said 27 to 6.
Yeah.
You really think the NFC
It's
Championship
not recording.
is gonna happen?
Yes.
This one didn't record.
What?
What?
What? This one didn't record.
No.
So what did record?
You said what?
What? So what did record?
My
One and that one.